Here are the facts. According to the official narrative, Osama bin Laden died during a raid on his compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan on May 2, 2011. In an operation called Neptune Spear, SEAL Team 6 used stealth helicopters to gain access to the compound, meaning to apprehend the terrorist. However, there was a firefight or something went wrong, and Osama bin Laden was killed. After his death, SEAL Team 6 took the body to Afghanistan for identification, and they buried him at sea. Here's where it gets crazy. Many people don't believe part or all of this official story. Here are 3 of the most persistent conspiracy theories on the death of Osama bin Laden. Number 1. Osama bin Laden actually died in December of 2001. This was not a fringe theory, and it's familiar to anyone following the story. The people that were proposing this were not some sort of fringe outsiders either. We're talking about General Pervez Musharraf, who for a time was president of Pakistan and appeared on The Daily Show. Both of these people and more were saying that Osama bin Laden had died. They attributed this death to bombing in the Tora Bora Mountains. And it's important to note that this was speculation on their part. They seem to have no hard evidence, just circumstantial evidence based on the amount of bombing occurring. At least according to the New York Times. That's right, the New York Times covered this theory on December 26, 2001. They also mentioned reports from the Pakistan Observer, which went a step further, arguing that not only had bin Laden died, but according to their sources, who were in the Taliban, he died due to health problems, a severe lung complication, possibly Marfan syndrome, and they also had relatively vague reports of what happened at bin Laden's funeral. And it's fair to say that some people doubted this, and perhaps rightly so. They said that these unnamed people in the ISI, Pakistan's military intelligence wing, or these embedded unnamed Taliban operatives were purposefully misleading the Pakistan Observer in an attempt to get Uncle Sam off of bin Laden's trail. Possible? Of course, for people who believe that Osama bin Laden truly did die in 2001 and that there was a decade-long cover-up of this event, you'll often hear the motivation behind this alleged conspiracy be stuff like political maneuvering, similar to the Iranian hostage crisis, or you'll hear that it's uncertainty. No one wanted to say for sure until they had proof, or you'll hear that it was an economic motivation, as in it was more profitable to continue hunting someone who had become a ghost. 2, the raid did happen. Osama bin Laden did die in 2011, but not the way we think. This comes to us through the legendary journalist Seymour Hersh, responsible for covering the My Lai massacre as well as the ensuing cover-up, also for blowing the whistle on the treatment of prisoners in Abu Ghraib. He says that the official narrative and what really happened differ in several ways. The first way, he says, is that Pakistan's top brass, military intelligence, the government, the president, they all knew that Osama bin Laden was alive in their country. Second, he says that the CIA found out via a walk-in asset, a retired military intelligence officer who said, "I will tell you where Osama bin Laden is in exchange for a percentage or piece of the reward." Third, Osama bin Laden was never meant to be apprehended in this raid. Either as a condition from the US or a condition from Pakistan, he was meant to be killed that day, as soon as he was found. And this is not even the most controversial allegation. The most controversial allegation made by Hersh is that Osama bin Laden was never buried at sea at all. Never mind an Islamic burial that has to occur within 24 hours. He was just not buried at sea. One of the most controversial allegations, and one that SEAL Team 6 and other military officials react very strongly to, is the report of pieces of the body being tossed out of the helicopter. And the reports that what parts of Osama bin Laden's body did actually make it to Afghanistan were taken by the CIA, so never made it on the boat at all. And to be fair, it has to be pointed out that any official from the U.S. government that addresses these claims, as well as many other journalists, call them wrong or absolutely untrue or even conspiratorial. And 3, this is a related one. For people who were alive during this time, you may remember the assorted audio clips and video clips that were supposed to show Osama bin Laden either taking responsibility for the attacks, sending messages to followers, things like that. And you've probably heard quote-unquote conspiracy theorists say that these audio clips and these video clips are completely fabricated, just made up. It is true that a group of experts in Germany found that the confession video was, at the very least, incorrectly translated. However, this goes past allegations of incorrect translation, or even willfully incorrect translation. You can read different blogs, some by computer analysts and image experts, who believe that the 2007 tapes were all made from spliced earlier images of bin Laden, artfully rearranged to convey a new and politically convenient message. And in another study, a group of Swiss scientists were 95% certain that a 2002 audio tape from Osama bin Laden was also faked. And this sounds like a lot of work. You know, Matt, as I'm sure you can point out, that's a lot of editing to have to do. And it seems that it would be kind of strange to think that, even though we all know the importance of propaganda, except that there is a tape the CIA admitted faking for propaganda, which depicts someone pretending to be Osama bin Laden sitting around a campfire drinking liquor, of all things. So we know that in at least one instance, there was a fake tape. As for the veracity of the other tapes, that's currently an issue of debate, and you'll hear people quickly shouting each other down on both sides. Now, of course, if you're watching this the week it comes out, this is the anniversary of the attacks on September 11th at the World Trade Center in New York City. And that is what we're going to take a closer look at, specifically the fate of Osama bin Laden. Thank you so much for watching, and please let us know what you think about these theories, what you think went down. Do you believe the official story? Do you believe one of the things that we've mentioned in this video? Do you think that something completely different happened? We'd love to hear it. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. Please check out our audio podcast, What Happened to Osama bin Laden, which will be coming out this week. And as always, if you would like to send us a suggestion for an upcoming topic or some feedback that you don't want in public media, we completely understand. Our email is conspiracy@howstuffworks.com.